My name is Thomas. I worked in a factory. It was a big factory. They made boxes and bags. I was a simple worker, nothing special about me. Every morning was the same. I woke up at 5 o'clock. I kissed my wife, Anna. I looked at my children sleeping. Then I went to work. The train was always crowded. I stood near the door. I looked out the window. I thought about many things. How to pay rent, how to buy food, how to keep my family safe. My boss was Mr. Richard. He was not a kind man. He had a loud voice. He liked to shout. He pointed his finger at people. He made them feel small. "Thomas," he would yell, "you are too slow. Work faster." "Thomas," he would scream, "this is wrong. Do it again." He never said please. He never said thank you. He never smiled at us. We were like machines to him, not people with hearts. I had worked there for 5 years, 5 long years. My back hurt from lifting boxes. My hands were rough from work. But I never complained. I needed this job. Anna stayed home with our children. We had 2 kids. Emma was 7 years old. She loved to read. James was 5. He loved to play with toy cars. We lived in a small apartment, 2 rooms only. The walls were thin. We could hear our neighbors. In winter, it was cold. In summer, it was hot. But it was our home. Every month was hard. Pay the rent first, then buy food, then pay for electricity. Sometimes there was nothing left. Anna was good at saving money. She made our food last. She fixed our old clothes. She never asked for anything new. "Are you happy?" I asked her once. She smiled. "I have you. I have our children. Yes, I am happy." But I saw the truth in her eyes. She was tired too. At work, I ate lunch alone, a simple sandwich, a bottle of water. I sat in the corner. Other workers talked and laughed. They had friends. I had no one. Why? Because I was quiet. Because I worked hard. Because I didn't gossip. They thought I was strange. One day, everything changed. It was a Tuesday. I remember it well. I made a small mistake. I wrote the wrong number on a form. Just one number. It could be fixed easily. But Mr. Richards saw it. His face turned red. His eyes were angry. "Thomas, come to my office now." I walked slowly. My heart was beating fast. Other workers watched me. Some whispered. Some looked away. In his office, Mr. Richards stood behind his desk. He looked at me like I was dirt. "You made a mistake," he said. "Yes, sir. I can fix it," I said. "No," he shouted. "You are fired. Get out. Now." The words hit me like stones. Fired. No job, no money, no future. "Please, Mr. Richard, I have a family." "Get out!" he shouted louder. I left his office. My legs felt weak. My hands were shaking. I went to my work area. I took my things, a photo of my family, my water bottle, my old jacket. Nobody said goodbye. Nobody looked at me. I was invisible. I was nothing. Outside, it was raining. I had no umbrella. I walked to the train station. The rain mixed with my tears. Yes, I was crying. A grown man crying in the rain. On the train, I sat in the corner. What would I tell Anna? What would I tell my children? How would we eat? How would we live? At home, Anna opened the door. She saw my wet clothes. She saw my red eyes. She knew something was wrong. What happened? She asked softly. I lost my job, I said. My voice was breaking. She didn't cry. She didn't shout. She just hugged me. We stood there in the doorway, two people holding each other in a storm. That night, after the children slept, we talked. We sat at our small table. One candle gave us light. We were saving electricity. What will we do? I asked. Anna held my hand. We will find a way. We always do. But how? I have no degree. I have no special skills. Who will hire me? You have something better, she said. You have a good heart. You work hard. You never give up. Someone will see that. I looked at my wife. Even in the candlelight, she was beautiful. Not because of her face, because of her spirit, because of her faith in me. I know about boxes, I said. I know about shipping. I know what customers need. Then use what you know, Anna said. Start small. Build something. With what money? I asked. Anna stood up. She went to our bedroom. She came back with a small box. Inside was her wedding ring. The golden one, the one her mother gave her. No, I said. Not your ring. It's just metal, she said. Our love is here. She touched her heart. And here. She touched my heart. This ring can give us a new start. I cried again. This woman, this angel, she believed in me more than I believed in myself. The next day, I sold the ring. It hurt my heart. But it gave us some money. Not much, but enough to start. I rented a small room, very small, just space for a desk and a phone. The walls were gray. The floor was old, but it was mine. I made business cards, simple ones. Thomas Shipping Services, they said. Fast, honest, reliable. I called every company I knew. Most said no. Some hung up, but I kept calling. 50 calls, 60 calls, 70 calls. Then one person said yes. Mr. Lee from a small shop. He remembered me from my old job. You always helped me, he said. I'll give you a chance. One small order. One small order. But to me, it was like gold. I worked on that order like my life depended on it, because it did. I packed everything perfectly. I delivered it myself. On time. Mr. Lee was happy. He told his friend. His friend told another friend. Slowly, I got more work. Anna helped me every day. She answered the phone when I was out. She wrote down orders. She made me lunch. She was my partner in everything. Emma and James knew things were hard, but they never complained. Emma read her old books again and again. James played with the same toy cars. They were good children. They understood. After 3 months, I hired someone, Peter. A young man who needed work. Like me, he had a family. Like me, he worked hard. I'll pay you fairly, I told him, and I'll treat you with respect. Peter smiled. That's all I want, sir. We worked well together. Peter was smart. He learned fast. He cared about our customers. Soon, we needed more space. We rented a small warehouse. It was old, but clean. More customers came. They liked our service. We were not the biggest company. We were not the cheapest. But we cared. We listened. We solved problems. 1 year later, we had 5 workers. Good people, hard workers. I knew their names. I knew their families. When someone was sick, we helped. When someone had a baby, we celebrated. You're a different kind of boss, Peter said one day. How? I asked. You see us. You hear us. You treat us like people. I remembered Mr. Richard. I remembered how he made me feel. I promised myself I would never be like him. Never. Our company grew. Not fast, but steady. We bought a delivery truck, then another one. We painted them blue. Anna chose the color. She said blue means trust. At home, things got better too. We moved to a bigger apartment. 3 rooms. The children had their own room. Emma had new books. James had new toys. Anna bought a new dress. The first new dress in 5 years. But we never forgot where we came from. We never forgot the hungry days, the cold nights, the fear. That made us strong, that made us kind. 2 years passed, then 3, then 5. Thomas Shipping Services became known in our city. People said good things about us. They're honest. They're reliable. They treat their workers well. They solve problems. This made me proud. Not the money, not the trucks, but the reputation, the trust, the respect. One morning I got a strange email. It was from my old company, the factory where I used to work. They were in trouble, losing money, losing customers. They needed help. And then I saw it. The email was signed by Mr. Richard. I stared at the screen. My hands got cold. Memories came back. His angry voice, his pointing finger, the day he fired me, the rain, the tears. Anna saw my face. What's wrong? I showed her the email. She read it slowly. Then she looked at me. What will you do? She asked. I don't know. We talked about it all night. Should I ignore him? Should I help? What was the right thing to do? He hurt you, Anna said. You owe him nothing. I know. But? She asked. But there are other workers there. Good people. They need their jobs, like I needed mine. Anna smiled. You already know what to do. The next day I replied to the email. I was professional. I was polite. I asked for a meeting. When I walked into that factory again, my heart was pounding. Everything looked the same, but older, sadder, like a place that had lost its soul. Workers looked tired. Machines were old. The walls needed paint. The whole place felt heavy with fear. Mr. Richard was waiting in his office, the same office where he fired me. But now he looked different. Older, tired, defeated. "Thomas," he said, "thank you for coming." He didn't remember firing me. To him, I was just another worker, one of many. But I remembered everything. He showed me numbers, bad numbers, lost contracts, angry customers, broken machines, no money to fix anything. "We need someone to buy the company," he said, "or we close next month." I listened. I asked questions. I took notes, professional, calm, even though inside a storm was raging. "I'll think about it," I said. When I left, I walked through the factory. I saw the workers. They looked scared, just like I used to look. They needed hope. They needed someone who understood. That night, I talked to Anna, to Peter, to my team. We made a decision. We would buy the factory, not for revenge, not to hurt Mr. Richard, but to help the workers, to build something better. The day we signed the papers, Mr. Richard shook my hand. "Good luck," he said. Then he left. He never asked about me, never recognized me. To the end, I was invisible to him. But that was okay, because now I could make others visible. The first day as owner, I called a meeting. All workers came. They looked worried. They expected bad news. I stood in front of them. My voice was clear. "My name is Thomas," I said. "5 years ago, I worked here. I stood where you stand. I felt what you feel." People looked surprised. Some whispered to each other. "I was fired from this place," I continued. "I walked out in the rain with nothing. But today, I come back as your partner, not your boss, your partner." I told them about respect, about fairness, about building together. Some didn't believe me. Years of fear don't disappear in one day. But actions speak louder than words. We fixed the broken machines. We painted the walls. We improved the lunchroom. We added windows for more light. But more important, we changed the culture. No more shouting. No more fear. No more treating people like machines. Every worker got a fair contract. Clear hours. Good pay. Sick days. Respect. Maria, who worked there for 15 years, came to my office. She was crying. "In 15 years," she said, "this is the first time someone asked my opinion. Thank you." We trained people, not just for work, for life. Computer skills, English classes, money management, whatever they needed to grow. Young workers learned from older ones. Older workers learned new skills. Everyone had value. Everyone had something to teach. The factory changed, slowly but surely. People smiled more. They worked better. They cared more because they felt cared for. Customers noticed too. Quality improved. Delivery got faster. Problems got solved. Orders increased. One day, a worker named David came to me. He was young, smart, full of ideas. "I have an idea to improve packaging," he said. "Tell me," I said. He explained. It was brilliant. Simple, but brilliant. "Let's try it," I said. It worked. We saved money. We saved time. David beamed with pride. In the old days, he said, nobody listened to us. Those days are gone, I said. This is your company, too. We put a suggestion box. Every week, new ideas came. Some worked, some didn't. But everyone participated. Everyone felt ownership. At home, Anna and I often talked about the journey, from that rainy day to now, from tears to triumph, from fear to faith. You did it, she said. We did it, I corrected. You, me, the team, together. The factory now has a big sign at the entrance. It says, "Every person matters here." Workers bring their families to see where they work. With pride, children draw pictures of the factory. Wives and husbands attend our celebrations. We celebrate birthdays. We celebrate good work. We celebrate trying, even when we fail, because trying takes courage. Peter, my first employee, is now a manager. He trains new workers. He tells them our story. He shows them our values. This is not just a job, he tells them. This is a place where you can grow, where you matter, where you're seen. Some nights, I walk through the factory alone. I touch the machines. I remember my old spot. I remember the fear, the pain, the invisibility. But now, the factory hums with life, with hope, with dignity. Every morning, workers greet me, not with fear, with genuine smiles. They know I understand them, because I was them. Good morning, Thomas. How's your family? Did you see the game last night? Normal conversations, human connections, respect flowing both ways. My children sometimes visit. Emma, now 12, helps in the office. She's good with numbers. James, now 10, loves the trucks. He knows all the drivers by name. Dad, Emma said once, I'm proud of you. Why? I asked. Because you make people happy. You give them hope. Those words meant more than any profit, more than any success. My daughter saw what mattered. Anna still keeps the receipt from the pawn shop, the one from her ring. She framed it. It hangs in our bedroom. Our beginning, she calls it. But I know better. Our beginning was her faith in me, her courage, her love. The ring was just metal. Her belief was gold. Now when it rains, I don't feel sad. I remember that day, walking in the rain, feeling lost. But rain waters the seeds, and from those seeds this garden grew. We employ 50 people now. 50 families have security. 50 families have dignity. That's the real success. Mr. Richard? I heard he retired. Moved away. I hope he found peace. I hold no anger. He gave me a gift, though he didn't know it. He pushed me to find my purpose. Young people ask me for advice. How to succeed. How to build. How to lead. I tell them, be kind. Work hard. See people. Really see them. Treat everyone with respect. The cleaner and the CEO. Everyone has value. Some think it's too simple. They want complex strategies, big secrets. But the truth is simple. Humanity is good business. At company meetings, I still stand with workers, not above them, with them. We solve problems together. We celebrate together. We grow together. Thomas Shipping Services is now Thomas Family Industries. Because that's what we are, a family, a big, working, caring family. The suggestion box is always full. The break room is always lively. The parking lot has bicycles and cars. Everyone belongs. Sometimes old workers from my fired days visit. They can't believe the change. The same building, the same machines, but a different world. It's like magic, one said. No, I replied. It's just respect, simple respect. My mother, who died when I was young, used to say, "How you treat the smallest person shows who you are." I carry those words every day, in every decision, in every interaction, in every moment. Success is not money in the bank. Success is people feeling valued. Success is families eating dinner together because work ends on time. Success is dignity. Success is hope. The boy who was fired in the rain still lives in me. He reminds me to stay humble, to stay kind, to never forget where I came from. Because everyone deserves what I have now. A chance, a voice, a purpose, respect. This is my story, but it's also your story. Because we all have rain days. We all have moments when we feel small, invisible, worthless. But rain ends, Sunday comes, and if we help each other, if we see each other, if we believe in each other, we can build something beautiful. From nothing to something, from fear to love, from invisible to seen. That's the journey. That's the victory. That's the truth. Every person matters. Every story counts. Every heart has value. Remember that. Believe that. Live that. And watch your world transform. Life lessons. A supportive partner makes all the difference, Anna believed in Thomas. When he stopped believing in himself, even selling her wedding ring to help him start over. Treat others how you wish to be treated. Thomas built his company on respect because he remembered the pain of being invisible and disrespected. Every setback can become a setup for success. Being fired pushed Thomas to build something better than he ever imagined. True leadership means lifting others up. Thomas succeeded not by being the smartest, but by seeing value in every person and helping them grow. Thank you for learning English with Thomas's inspiring journey from fired worker to compassionate leader. If you want to improve your English through meaningful stories that touch the heart, please subscribe to Learn English Tales and join our family of learners.